Welcome, John Simsack here with the Driveway Garden, and today we're going to teach you how to deceive spring flowering bulbs. Sounds a little crazy, huh? What we're simply going to do is create conditions to make them bloom early. So let's start with just looking at some of the different types that we're going to work with here. This one's called hyacinths, and here's our tip here, and of course our basal plate where the roots come out. This one, make sure when you work with it, you wash your hands as soon as you're done. Some people get a bad reaction. You can get real itchy from the substance on there. We also have some tulips here, and of course the tip is going to be up, always the tip up, so it goes in the right direction. And of course here you got your basal plate down there as well. We got some daffodils, and there's a little bit of stem left on here, but these are a little bit taller. And we have some crocus, and these are starting to sprout a little bit. That gives you a little bit of head start, and we might be able to cool these for a week less or so with that head start. So to solar force these, typically we have to put them in a cold condition like they're going through the winter for 6 to 10 weeks. But we're on a timeline here because right now we wanted to get some color in December, so we're going to have to do this right away. So what we have to do is cool these down for that time period. And right now we're going to have to do 6 weeks. And typically we're going to need about 42 to 35 degrees is best. Below 50 can work, but the range I gave you there on 42 to 35 would be best. And there's a couple places you can do it. You can do it in a refrigerator, but if you do, you got to make sure there's no fruits or veggies in there because that'll get off ethylene gas and the bulb can just rot that way. Or if you got a garage that doesn't freeze real hard, or even a basement, as long as it's below 50, you should be able to do that just fine to cool them down. So we'll get them planted up and you'll cool them down. So what do we do with the soil on this though? Now there's a couple things on soil. One, I'll just show you mine first. This is, of course, mine's all compost. These are from what I grew all year. And I have some smaller containers that I'll empty out and I'll use for things like this and for some late spring planting. But this is full of roots and it's all compost. It has all kinds of goodness in there and I don't need to fertilize. So that'll work real good. Or you can use soils from the garden store. There's a lot of good soils, as long as they have really good drainage. Most of those soils work for bulbs, and so you can easily get that there as well. So we'll get these planted up. Now, as far as depth goes, on the hyacinths, the daffodils, and the tulips, we'll plant them 4 inches deep, and that is the tip will be showing at 4 inches deep. So that's a good depth for these. And the reason is on the package is they talk about planting it so the tip's just above the soil. But what I found is they get a little floppy and don't look as tidy. If you plant them deeper, the stems are a lot more supported and it gives a nicer look when you're finished. So you do that for 6 weeks, you move them into an area where you're going to be above 50 degrees, maybe below 60, but right in that area, and you'll leave them there after your 6-week period. Then you put them here, and then as soon as they show some growth, you'll bring them in the house at that point, and then you can finish through to watch them bloom. And it'll give you great color in December when it's snowy out. It'll keep your head in spring. And I just kind of like that thought. So if you want to do this, make sure you do it right away. And thank you so much for watching. And please make sure to subscribe, hit that like button, hit the notification button. And the thing we're asking you mostly right now is please comment. This is probably about our 3rd video. And we're on our learning curve, but you could really help us with that learning curve. And whatever comments you might have, they are welcome. Thank you so much and have a great day.